sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, saying, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Stay hot. Stay hot.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the big meat on the D-line. We'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Seventh play coming now on this opening drive. This is 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. That was a big throw right there on 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to be prepared for you to throw the ball on 3rd and goal. Because really, 2nd down, 2nd and goal, that's your play action time, and you're not sure whether they're going to run it or throw it. 3rd down, you're usually sure they're probably going to pass it. Even more impressive that they got it done. And on the opening drive of the game.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Aaron Rodgers getting set to lead the Green Bay Packers offensively. Is it fair to say, Charles, that Rodgers has quietly had another sensational season? I mean, you compare him with some of the other quarterbacks in the league, he just does not throw interceptions.
I think what people miss, and this is just my own opinion, not only does he not throw interceptions, he doesn't turn the ball over in the pocket with a lot of fumbles, but people often equate with guys who don't throw a lot of interceptions with simply dinkers and dunkers throwing the football. Aaron Rodgers is anything but that. And when he gets outside the pocket, he's not taking the 5-yard check down. He wants that 50-yard throw downfield. He throws to hurt a defense. So when you put it all together, doesn't throw interceptions, yet wants to push the ball downfield, it's even more remarkable because going into the Chicago game, in Week 15, he had gone 232 straight passes without throwing an interception heading into that game. That's pretty phenomenal.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Got a man. That's Allison. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And now the offensive starters for the Packers.
It's tough to be an offensive lineman in Green Bay because their quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, knows how to keep plays alive and often extends them for 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds. But David Bakhtiari, his left tackle, he does it as well as anyone could ever expect. Excellent footwork, knows that the plays are going to stay alive for a long time. Often will get 2 or 3 blocks on the same play.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And a look now at the defensive starters for San Francisco.
Jaworski Tartt came out of Samford University in Alabama, and he is a guy who is an absolute flash at the safety position.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On play action, Rodgers looking deep for Adams, and that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. The 49ers have Richie James back deep. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. San Francisco coming back out here, CD. This is a franchise that this year will end a 5-year playoff drought. That's the good news. Great record, but it could have been even better, really. You think about some of the heartbreaking losses. Overtime to Seattle, a field goal at the horn by Justin Tucker and the Ravens, and then that real shocker against Atlanta Week 15, Julio Jones, the touchdown, no touchdown right there at the goal line.
And that's the one that we shouldn't have been as surprised, only for this reason. They were so injured, so beat up, so many starters not playing in that game. And they took Atlanta to the limit, although I guess we would say Atlanta took them to the limit and found a way to win. But I do think that this 49ers team, with health in the playoffs, as dangerous as any team in the NFC. That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go, here we go.
Check, 42's the mark. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get that.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo got the connection here to Bourne. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
180!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Mike 42. All day, dog.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Packers getting ready to go back at it offensively. We talked earlier about Aaron Rodgers and another sensational season for him. Look, what was weird the last 2 years was looking at the playoff picture without the Green Bay Packers. Well, they're going to be back playing meaningful football this January. Double digits in wins again. And I think for Matt LaFleur, if there was a rookie coach of the year, he'd certainly be in line for that award.
And he should be in line for the award just to be coach of the year. Remember, his team didn't make the playoffs last year. So much discussion in the offseason. Would he mesh with his quarterback, Aaron Rodgers? And how would a young coach like him take over a team and guide that locker room? Well, heading into the down stretch of the season, he had his team at 11-3. That's pretty phenomenal. Not only that, in the proud history of the Green Bay Packers, they've never had a rookie coach take his team to the playoffs in the first season, not even Vince Lombardi.
Wow, and he's going to do that. By the way, it's in the rearview mirror by a ways now, but have you thawed out from that Week 15 game?
No chance. Green Bay cold is just different.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Gets past one man. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. Out right to Bourne. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Here we go. 180.
Silver. Check. Tight right. Solo out there. Check that out.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And that's complete to Sanders. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Garoppolo now. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And it's caught. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right.
Garoppolo again.
Motion. 1-10.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. After the sack, 3rd and goal now from the 12. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Emmanuel Sanders. Incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. The kick by Gold is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Open here is Allison. That's complete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line.
It's hard to believe when we look at the numbers that our statistician Marvin has given us about Aaron Rodgers today that he's been held to this few. That's not normal for him.
And that explains the scoreboard, doesn't it?
It really does. As he goes, so goes his team, and he is just absolutely scintillating, but it's still not over for him yet.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. To throw is Rodgers. And he's got him. Got his man on the end round. Complete. 13 yards, first down, Packers. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Rodgers now on first down. Going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 13-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
Oh, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Here we go, here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them, not easily done.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Garoppolo looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Here we go.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Throwing is Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 18-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Rodgers. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got Adams on the hookup. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Rodgers now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Making the catch is Sternberger. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. The Packers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. To throw, it's Rodgers. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw again. He completes it to Jones. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11th. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now Rodgers to try again after the pick 6. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Now Rodgers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Packers go for it. Rodgers. He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Now, that's 2 big catches that he's had on this drive alone.
And I can hear it right now. If they give up a 3rd to him, whoever does that, go stand on the other sideline. You're persona non grata on our team at that point.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. A dump underneath to Jones. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. On 2nd down, it's Williams. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. This is caught. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter, you're going. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Williams stopped up short of the goal line on 4th down. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance, it just was unsuccessful.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
In his own end zone, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
They go counter with Breida. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
Here we go.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Only a yard on the 3rd down throw, and that leads to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.